Jump in progress. Jump complete. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and welcome to another episode of Stars in Shadow. Alright, so we have a fairly... well, it's not even fairly. It's the most absurd start I've ever seen in this game. Ever. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Alright, so we're building a colony ship to take advantage of the other system that we just got that has an insane amount of more ability to hold more of our people. Yeah, and this is, I mean, even though we like ice balls, we also like, well, what they're calling garden worlds, which we call Terran worlds, I guess. So yeah, the bugs are perfectly happy with these kind of planets as well. Alright, so let's keep going. Alright, so looks like one or two more turns and our colony ship pops out. One turn. Beautiful. We're going to take that colony ship and immediately send it off to this planet and cap it and make it our own and fold it into our empire. And now I have this like growing concern about defenses. Although it is just so early in the game. It is so early. We've only researched a few techs. It's not like the other species are like advancing. We're advancing far faster than anyone else. There's no way. There's no way anyone could potentially be out teching us. No chance. Unfortunately, in this game, you can't really see that information. Although we haven't really encountered any other species in the diplomatic screen, and normally in those any kind of game like a 4X, you'd have to see them in a diplomatic fashion in order to gauge their technological level. But in some games you don't. In this game we have no idea. But essentially I can tell you from experience after playing this game multiple times, we're killing it. Absolutely killing it. And I just don't, yeah, there's nothing nobody's gonna be able to do about what we're doing. Anyways, so we finished building our colony ship on our homeworld. And like I said, I'm sort of concerned about defense here. A little bit. So I'm not sure what to do here. I'm thinking that I want to even beef up the tech more. Beef it up even more. Because, I mean, we're not going to really be able to defend ourselves unless we have the technology to defend ourselves. All we have right now are these destroyers and fusion reactors that we can stick in them. We have no really well-established weapons technology. So normally I would build a second mine on the homeworld to start cranking this out faster. But I think I'm going to go for the lab. So I'm going to go lab. And then what's our overall pop? It's 10 out of 14. I'm going to go lab, and then I'm going to see if city planning merits any like reward. Sometimes it won't, and then we'll just cancel it if it's not giving us what we're looking for. Okay. And then we got, okay, so the guy is building a lab, and then this is building a farm, and it's the next thing in its production is probably a factory, which will take them a really long time to build because they only have one population. So we might want to try to start cranking out money. All right, anyways, 3, 2, farm. Next to not, oh, is a factory, and then the mine. Yep. Land. Now, you might think I would want to colonize this one first. I'm gonna get the garden or Terran world first. Colonize. All right. And we're essentially going to do the exact same thing with this guy. So eventually, you know, if you don't want to micromanage these, you can just hit auto. But I prefer, personally, to micromanage everything. That's just me. That's the way I like to play these games. So yeah, that's why like Stellaris was like kind of not super appealing to me, even though I really enjoy the game. The fact that you can't micromanage every small little detail and you have to make up little districts and give up control, I don't like that so much. So we're going to build a farm, a factory, and a mine. And then we'll go ahead and see what happens next, right? They're also getting -1 food. And my ship being a trader in the beginning was such a good idea. Such a good idea. I had no idea I was going to run into this craziness that I'm running into here. Alright. So the Gaia, building a lab in the next turn. Oh, not quite. But the next turn. Okay. Lab is done, and new orders await at the Gaia. Now, I thought I told the Gaia to... oh, they can't... I did tell it to do city planning. But it can't do city planning because we've run too low on the food. On the food. So what we might want to do with the Gaia is actually build another farm. I'd like to make this more a productive world, honestly. I really would. I really would like to make this a more productive world. Oh, what to do. We're okay with food. Food isn't going to be an issue once the planets get established. I'm going to go for another factory on this planet because I want it to be able to crank out whatever needs to be cranked out in a relatively fast manner. So that's going to take another upgrade slot. We're getting plus 12. I definitely want to get a second lab on this. That's going to take another slot. And then I'm going to throw a mine in here. And that'll give us 6 more metal. I think that's a decent setup for this planet. And then with further research and technology, we actually can expand upon that more. Yeah. So the improvements aren't set in stone quite yet. All right. So since we've colonized this location, we actually can figure out what is at this yellow star. So let's go ahead and fly over here and see what's going on in our neighborhood. Into 1 and land. What do we got? We have pirates. Okay, so we've researched another technology, increasing our fleet range to 2 parsecs. So that's another good tech. Like I said, we're following a path that I want to follow. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but yeah. All right, so we ran into some pirates, which, you know what? I'm not super disappointed about, because now we're guarded here, here, here. This system is not colonizable by me, but it actually might be colonizable by other species. So I'll need to watch that, because this is actually a really good planet. Okay, I'm simply going to retreat back. Now, I don't know if I can actually go to this planet. It might be just a little too far out of my reach. We'll see. All right, so our main planet is building a lab, just finished. City planning is fruitful in this system right now, so that is good. So we'll keep turning and see what happens here. So turn. All right, I did want to check one thing here. Nope, can't go there, and cannot go there. Okay. Alright, so our Gaia is building a factory. What's the cost in the factory? It's $594, but it will be cheaper, actually. Now, I'm probably more concerned about building the factory on this planet than this planet. Ooh, our food. Our food is a problem. I didn't think it would be, but it is. Are we maxed on our Gaias? We might actually... Yeah, we've got all the upgrades. I foresee a future food problem. It's based on population, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's go. We got to keep an eye on that. City planning, 3. Okay, food just went up +4. That's good. And city planning gets our next pop. We have 12 on our homeworld, and we already have 10 on the Gaia, which is nutty, man. That's really, really nutty. Alright, 6 turns left for our factory. Costs 282. Like I said, I probably don't want to do that. I probably want to save the money for this particular place. So let's keep going. Next. Everything's looking okay. +5, +12. We're looking fine. We can turn, burn like crazy. Nanocomputers. Was nanocomputers the next level? No, self-organizing networks. That's the next technology. Where's self-organizing? Okay, this is what we're looking for, self-organizing. We're going to blast into the next age of our species advancement with that particular upgrade. So really looking forward to that. All right, so let's keep going. Factory produced on the Gaia. The next thing is a lab. Now we're seeing something interesting here. I don't... Transport 1 to... Okay, yeah, we're actually moving food to help a planet that is having trouble. Something we actually might want to do is shut down city planning and build a second transport. Then we can put city planning back, just to make sure that we have enough transports to move the food that needs to be moved, right? Makes sense? Okay, let's keep going. All right. Wow, the factory is taking forever to build in here. So, do we have it yet? 625. We're getting there. We're not quite there yet. All right, this planet, we actually can buy the factory on this planet. Oh, this is the one we just colonized. We might want to let's just get this. Let's get this factory. It's really going to kind of put them where we need them to be. We're actually losing metal now. Oh, because it's being moved. It's being moved to another planet because we can't use one of the planets. Yeah, we have deficiencies, but fortunately our trading ships are picking up the slack. And that's exactly what we need. Factory is complete. Our next project is a mine, which is good. All right. So, and you can see once like the factory gets built, like things blast. They get put on blast. All right. So, transport has been completed, and our next project is city planning. We're going to take that transport and we're going to set them up on trade. And now you can see we're getting plus 16 out of 30, and that will just help with moving food between planets. Whoever needs it gets it, that sort of thing. All good, all good. So let's keep turning. City planning is moving. We've almost capped out our home world, so we're going to go to 13 next turn. Nope, turn after. 13. All right, construction of mine completed. We await new orders. That is what I like to see. All right, so these guys are already done with their major projects. We have 2 more improvement slots. Now we might want to consider another farm. It looks like we have control over our food supply, so we might not necessarily need to go on the farm. We may actually want to go and get some more technology. Yeah? So I'm gonna put these guys on a lab for now. And then if we need an extra farm slot, we'll do that. If we don't, then we'll get two labs. We'll see. All right, so we'll just get the warning when that finishes. All right, so nothing going on right now. We're just we're burning and gaining tech, essentially. So nothing crazy. We're not like spending a lot of money into our fleet. We can actually probably look at our budget. So yeah, we're 15 of our money is being used on improvements for our planets. Only 1 is being spent on ships. We're getting plus 16 for trade and plus 21 for taxes. So yeah, it's important to kind of send those ships out to do the trade. We actually might want to build another ship after our city planning's done to do, some further trade. All right, so another species is coming in to investigate, the slavers, and unless they're going to pay them whatever they're asking for, which they've got a bigger fleet now, so these guys become more and more scary as time passes. They'll actually have a massive fleet here over time. Yeah, so that's something we might need to deal with. The pirates, on the other hand, usually don't grow outside of their normal size because they're just temporary guardians, it seems, over systems and stuff, right? So let's go ahead and turn again. All right, so our Gaia finished its lab, which brings us to 60 research per turn. We're getting ever so close to that technology, which is going to boost our civilization into another era of technology, which our particular species absolutely loves. They absolutely love it. All right, we went down a food. We were at 7, now we're at 6. And we keep going up. Looks like the mine is going to be built next turn on the Gaia. It is. The Gaia has finished its progress. Now, I don't know if we can actually, we still can't do city planning. Gaia has finished all of its improvements. Now, unfortunately, the Gaia cannot be used right now to produce ships. So we might want to consider building a space station. It can be somewhat wasteful to build the space station because we get higher tier stuff, but I almost kind of want it for defense. We can build destroyers. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at our current tech versus what we got here. So let's just take a look and see what our destroyers can be here. Alright, so obviously the fusion reactor is an improvement over what we have. We got our maneuvering engines. We have our bulkheads here. We have deflector screens, which go... We can actually take this system out and put a deflector screen in there, especially with the additional power. That gives us a little tick of shields, right? And then we've got our laser. We got a defensive laser, which would be used against incoming like missiles and stuff, and our primary lasers, which will just do damage essentially. So yeah. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and upgrade this destroyer. We don't really, I don't know, we don't need to, like what I used to do when I first played the game is I actually made new versions of, but you don't really need to do that. You can just upgrade what you have. Anyway, we're running a little longer in this episode. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day and take care.